sitting here today talking with Nzinga from Nzinga Designs, and we're just reaching out to all of our fans on Facebook and Twitter, all of our friends, all of our supporters. And I wanted to take this unique time and opportunity to just answer some questions that you guys might be asking yourselves about Nzinga, because she's always getting messages and things. And, you know, she has fans all around the world, and friends and supporters all around the world. So I just want to ask this amazing, fabulous designer a few questions. So here we go. So one of the questions that you get asked a lot from your friends and fans and supporters is, what made you get into designing?
Well, I think that would best be answered by just seeing a need in the market for something. My daughter, when she was around 12, I like frilly, lacy clothes and dresses, and she kind of outgrew that market. I mean, there just wasn't anything to be found for older girls. So I started making Easter dresses for her, and then from there just designing school clothes for her, and I got into designing. I've always liked to sew and make things. Didn't do too much of it though, but it was always a gift that I had. But I actually got into designing from there.
So we're going to try to keep this as balanced as possible. So we're going to ask about your business, but then we're going to switch off and ask about some fun stuff. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Well, that's really difficult because there's so many great movies out there. But just to come to mind, I love Mirror Has Two Faces. I love Gone with the Wind, and I absolutely adore Equalizer.
Equalizer is one of my favorite Denzel Washington movies. Oh, my favorite part in that movie is when he asks the guy, "What do you see when you look at me?" And Denzel Washington says, "No, what do you see when you look at me?" I'm not going to take up too much of your time today, but I wanted to thank you so much for doing this brief interview. I know it's just a little bit, but I'm going to ask you maybe one or two more questions, and then I'm going to let you go. So what do you do to relax? Because you have your degree in English and biology, you're so intelligent, and then you also design. You have so many amazing things going on. And I know you're quite well known for being out and about in Los Angeles, supporting various different playwrights and people with their events. So what do you do when you just want to unwind and have fun?
Well, one of my favorite things to do if I'm a little uptight, I need to relax, I like to read poetry. It relaxes me, but my very favorite thing for relaxation is just to get on the bus or something and read a short story. A good short story is something that really relaxes my tensions, my muscles, and I can just travel into their world. I love a good short story.
Perfect. In the time of social media where everybody is so plugged in to Twitter and so plugged into Facebook, I think that's amazing that you actually like to disconnect and just take some time to intellectually stimulate yourself and just, ride a nice bus and get into a story and kind of step into that world and that atmosphere. I think that's just absolutely amazing, especially if you can do that in these days and times. And so my next question is going to be, what has been your favorite outfit to design? And that's going to be my final question.
Oh my God, that's a difficult one. I really pride myself on all the designs I create, and each one that I think I've done the best work that I can do, God gives me something else and the Holy Spirit just takes over, and one is just as great as the last one. That's really hard to answer. I have a few favorites though. I like a green dress with the orange button on it with a little kind of ruffle bottom. That's one of my favorites. It's very jersey material. It's very comfortable for a woman to wear, yet sexy. So that's one of my favorites.
I have to say that's one of my favorites too. We did a photo shoot in downtown Los Angeles, and I just thought I owned the world. You should have seen me strut in my 6-inch platforms, which I would only do for you in Nzinga Designs, because let's not kid ourselves, I couldn't have walked up the street in no shoes, but it was just so much fun to wear that. And I was actually a full-figured woman when I was wearing that, and I love the way that it hugged my curves, the attention to detail. It had this gorgeous, beautiful sort of green line button, and I remember people kept just stopping us in the street that day. Perfect strangers, actually, who wanted to take a picture with us, which I thought was so cute because they were like just trying to. You're laughing. Yeah, they were trying to like take over our set, and we were like, "Excuse me, we're sitting up here, we're doing our photo shoot in downtown Los Angeles, the fashion capital of the world." But you remind me of like a Hollywood actor, one of these movie stars like Will Smith, or one of these big, huge stars like Brad Pitt or somebody. Whenever you ask them like what their favorite movie is to work on, it's always the one that they just worked on in that moment, or they can never choose a favorite. No, but actually you did choose a favorite. So that was pretty cool. You are definitely unique, genuine, and down to earth. Thank you so much, Nzinga from Nzinga Designs, taking the time to answer these questions for your friends, fans, and supporters. It's really great because I know, being your marketing manager and assistant, that I get a lot of questions too, and we've given giveaways, and we really try to engage our supporters and fans and friends as much as we possibly can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this interview as much as I did, and mwah!